All right, guys, we're back. Check it out. We are hiking the Uinta Highline Trail starting tomorrow morning. So we're camping at the trailhead and we are doing about 65 miles of it. I think there's 104 miles total, but we're doing it with our buddy Greg from back home. The whole purpose of our big road trip this month was to do this trail. So it feels pretty good that we're out here now. I'm excited. It's going to be cold.
Nice. That was clean. That boy reached down.
Sully. All right, here we go. Uinta Highline Trail. You gotta tag it. So I think the biggest challenges of this trail is going to be the elevation, the exposure, because a lot of the times we are hiking in completely exposed terrain. And I think weather is going to be interesting, especially if we get caught up on these mountaintops with bad weather. We've been dealing with wind, and we just ran into our first moose with her calf maybe a mile ago. And I'm really feeling the elevation. We've got our big climb for the day right now. We're going up to 12,200 feet. I'll see y'all at the top. Yay! After about 3 false summits, we finally made it to the top. And it is so windy. Wild up here. Absolutely wild. How was lunch?
Best black banana I've ever had.
Same. Show us how windy it is. I'm getting a little nervous about what's behind me or in front of me. I think it's gonna hit us, unfortunately. But the good news is we are about to be below tree line. So trail goes right up in here. So if we need to hunker down for a little bit, we will. I feel like this mountain is actually holding the storm back a little bit, and maybe the sun's burning it up, but I'm kind of surprised it hasn't hit us yet. We've got about a mile left until camp. Everyone's in good spirits. Greg's got a couple blisters forming, and he's definitely starting to feel the mileage after today. But we're gonna make sure to have a really good stretch session tonight so that we feel great in the morning. But man, today's been beautiful. There's been so many times where I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna get hit with some gnarly weather. But it just always misses us. So it's been fantastic. Definitely chilly, definitely windy. Elevation's been hard. Our packs are so heavy because we put about 6 days worth of food. We're not doing any resupply out here. It's so remote. But yeah, this has been a super fun trail so far, and it's great that we get to experience it with our buddy Greg. It's his first backpacking trip. Don't tell him I told you. All right, Greg. Day 2, how are you feeling? I'm interviewing you.
What? Oh, pretty good. Other than this damn knee.
It's gonna be good today. We've got some weather rolling in,
So good.
which means it's gonna be a real fun day. Oh, and we have our biggest climb. Oh, and we have
probably the most
snow,
exposure at the end of the day.
snow and rain and wind all day, fully exposed. It's gonna be fun. And I'm probably not gonna bring my good camera out at all because I don't want it to get ruined. So, today's gonna be fun. Oh, hell no!
We got Dippin' Dots.
It's hailing.
This is where Dippin' Dots come from.
Yeah, Dippin' Dots.
They come from Mother Earth. All the galaxies.
Today on the menu, we have Italian dry salami, olives, sun-dried tomatoes. What is this? Espresso?
Espresso and lavender cheese.
Yeah, we are eating good today. It's now dumping. So we're eating lunch under this. Okay. Now it's snowing. Oh boy. We're also about to be at the highest point, so this is just not good timing.
Oh!
Right? This is incredible. So this is where we have to make good decisions, good and smart decisions. And so we decided we're gonna assess the situation once we get past tree line. And if we need to hunker down and wait for this weather to pass, then we're just going to set up our tents and chill for a second before we decide to go up and over the high point, because that's really, really exposed and we just want to be smart. We're not going to do anything stupid. So we will assess the situation soon. That's where we're going. And that's where we came from. I really hope these blue skies are coming our way. I have a feeling not. Never in my life have I seen weather change so quick. Behind me looks great. Let me show you what's in front of me. That is crazy. And we're about to go up that. So we hunkered down again, saw the sun come up, started busting it towards the pass. Now it's snowing again. And this is what it looks like. I think it's just so patchy out here. We're gonna get snow, we're gonna get sun. We get everything out here, folks. Look how beautiful the weather is over there. This is where we're going. I think we're gonna get some sun soon. I'm very hopeful. So close. Almost there. Oh, I'm so tired. High point. Woo! Oh, look at that. No snow, sunshine. And I think this is the highest point in Utah right there, Kings Peak. Finally made it down from the pass. Now we just have a couple miles to the trees and then we're setting up camp. And I'm so excited. All right, guys, how was your day today?
Perfect. Couldn't have gone any
Amazing.
better.
Hung out under a tarp for a while.
Multiple times.
Multiple times we've had to hunker down under the tarp.
Yep, we've been having a blast.
And
So
how's
far.
your knee feeling?
Tight, but getting me through.
Yeah, we're doing great. You're doing great. We got a
Yes.
fire. We're about to eat dinner. Look at that. I'm so excited. Good second day. We covered how many miles?
Something around 14.
14 miles through some really gnarly terrain, so that's great.
Absolutely.
Good work, team.
Good work, team.
All right. Good night. How'd you sleep, Greg?
Cold.
It was a very cold night, wasn't it?
It was chillier.
It was pretty cold. I think my water filter is broken because it froze last night. So I might risk it and drink the water without filtering because we're so high up. I feel like it would be okay. But those are like your famous last words and then you get sick. But anyways, today the weather is looking so good. Tomorrow the weather's looking so good. We're very happy about that. And yesterday's probably the biggest climb is behind us. So we're going to be in and out of the tree lines today and probably tomorrow, right?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah. So very happy. I think today's going to be a lot easier than yesterday. Why do you look so sad?
I left my Tenkara rod. There's a beautiful brook trout.
And that is the pass we climbed yesterday. Looks pretty intimidating from this side. Dang, we were up there.
Oh, your leg gets caught in a bear trap. Shia LaBeouf. That was on video.
Ooh, it was. I think this is our high point for today. Feels good to get that out of the way in the morning. Pretty high up. Okay, I was wrong. That, I think, is our high point for the day. So we have one more pass to do, and then it's all downhill. Almost there. We made it! Woo! Here's what I'm so excited for. After we get down this mountain, we get to walk across all of that, and it's probably like 2.5 miles of beautiful flat trail, and I cannot wait. Check it out. Finally made it to tree line. We've got 5.5 miles left, and it's beautiful out. A little chilly. 4 o'clock, we might get to camp a little late, but that's all right.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be a cruisy 5.5 miles, almost all downhill. I had no idea this lake was here. So pretty. Just surprised us around the corner. Hello. Guys, look, we have aspen trees. I'm so happy.
Nice just starting in normal world. Yeah.
It's another very cold morning. My water froze again, but I've got water boiling for breakfast, and hopefully we're gonna warm up soon. I am just basking in the sun right now. It was pretty cold, so I feel like we're all trying to warm up right now. We've got so here's the deal. Right towards the end of the day, we have a pretty big climb over our last pass, and we're debating on do we push it and camp on the other side, but that means it's a really long day and we're all definitely feeling super tired and sore and we don't want to push it too much, but it makes our last day on the trail super easy. And then we've got our friend Scooter picking us up. Or we camp before the pass, do the climb tomorrow morning, and then we have like an 11-mile day tomorrow and we're all pretty low on food. So we're just like, what do we do? So I think our game plan is we're going to assess the situation, see how we're feeling, see what time it is by the time we make it to the base of the pass, and then make our decision. But I have a feeling we may not make it over the pass because it's just so hard to do a big climb at the end of the day when you're already feeling this tired. So we'll see. Oh, come on now. We don't want to climb today. We're tired, but it's so pretty. Look at that. All right, see you up top. We made it. That's where we came from, and this is where we're going. Woo! Ow! Not a bad spot for lunch. All right, just started our second pass of the day, and it's all the way up here. And I'm not gonna lie, it looks really intimidating, but on paper it shouldn't be too bad. As I wait for the boys to catch up, I wanted to talk about this trail so far. I have absolutely loved it. It is so wild out here and so remote, so rugged. It's beautiful. Mile for mile, you're just constantly entertained. If we weren't dealing with the weather we were the first 2 days, I think it would be a lot easier for most people. But we had some pretty gnarly weather, and I mean, it's definitely something you need to consider because you're up in the mountains. I mean, these are the real deal. So weather's really important. Being prepared is really important. Making good decisions is really important on this trail. But it's so fun. And I think as long as you have the confidence and experience to do this trail, it would be awesome. Totally worth it. Again, we're only doing 65 miles, but I think the whole trail is 104, which is really a great length. Like you could get that done in a week easy. We're just kind of taking our time because we knew this was Greg's first time backpacking, so we didn't want him to hate us. But yeah, this has been just such a fantastic little trip, and I'm so thankful. I hated that so much. We made it, or I made it. They're still coming. I really, really did not like that. I hate that. That was, I don't want to do that again. I could kiss the ground. We made it to the bottom. I don't ever want to think about that again. As I wait for the boys to catch up, I want to take back a few things that I said about the Uinta Highline Trail. Not for beginners. Unless they do some trail work on Dead Horse Point, do not attempt. Greg's knee is hurting.
10.6.
Wow. I love a good sunset hike. It was another freezing night, but not as cold as the other night, so we're gonna take that as a win. We ended up having to night hike yesterday because we ended up taking a decent break for dinner to give Greg's knee a break and watch the sunset, and then ended up hiking through this burn section, and it was just so hard to navigate in the dark. We just kept losing the trail, constantly looking at our phone, making sure we were still on track. And I have a feeling there's going to be more of that today. We ended up having to set up camp in a burn area, which is not ideal, but we just were looking for the nearest water source, and as soon as we found it, we were like, let's go to bed. So we ended up setting up camp at like 9:30, I don't know. We were exhausted though. It was such a long day, and just physically and more so mentally challenging, just because we were dealing with so much sketchy trail. The pass really messed us up. And then dealing with some knee pain, and then route finding at night. So it was a night. It was a day. It was a day yesterday, and so we're pretty ready to be done. We've got 11 miles left today. Check this out. So we just came from Rock Creek, which was that entire burn area as well as the pass, and it says somebody had carved a warning that says untamed, and then somebody wrote a warning here that said 9/5/24 Uinta Highline Trail not passable, use alternate left now. So we should have gone to Lightning Lake and then made our way down this trail right here. So if we would have known, we would have definitely done that. But I feel like most people start here, so we just didn't know because we started at the opposite end. All right, we made it to our last pass of the day. Last pass of the trail, I think. And then we end at Hayden Pass. We actually ran into another hiker yesterday, and he was just so frustrated because he was dealing with all that route finding in the burn section, which we've been dealing with a little bit this morning. But we're out of it now, I think. But yeah, he warned us about how the trail is burnt, but the pass isn't sketchy, and that was all we cared about. This looks much better. Almost there, and it hasn't been scary at all. Just super rocky and steep. So pretty up here. Woohoo! Made it! Last pass. Felt good. And here's the other side. Woo! Woo! Hard to breathe. So I'm starting to get blisters, and it's my own fault. I'm wearing Hoka's, which is what I always wear, but these are actually my mother-in-law's, and they're for road running or walking. And I didn't feel like buying another pair of trail runners because my other ones just had no tread left. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wear these and see how they do. And I would not recommend. These shoes, they're just not built to last for the trail. They're definitely meant for the road. And so they're already falling apart. But they got me through this trail, so I'm happy. But yeah, I've got some blisters forming, and I just think it's because these are not meant for the trail. We're only about a mile away from finishing, and I don't think I've ever been so excited to finish a trail in my life. So close. Guys, we did it! We did it! Yay! Done.
Hey, you can put it in the register box.
How does it feel?
Really good.
Home sweet home.
Heck yeah.
Go team!